All right, what else we got out there, Mark Ryan?
All right, so Quentin Tarantino just came out and said that he wrote a Western TV series and wants to direct the entire thing.
Huh.
Now, this is what's going on with Tarantino lately.
Dude, he's all over the place.
He is
doing
saying,
Star Trek,
I'm going to retire after my 10th movie,
Yeah.
but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll go do some plays. Maybe he was saying that. And
We talked about that yesterday, right?
Yeah, we were talking about. Yeah, we talked about it.
Tuesday.
But then we talked about Star Trek.
Yes.
So then he said, "Oh, I have this idea. So there's a loophole. I could direct Star Trek. It's not my original movie, so that wouldn't count as my 10th movie. So maybe I could do it, but maybe not." So he's like kind of this. Now, all of a sudden, he's saying that he has an actual series, a Western series.
Yeah. Because in this Once Upon a Time in Hollywood film that's coming out,
Right.
he wrote some fake episodes for the character that DiCaprio is playing in the movie for the character he plays in that cowboy Western serial. And so he wrote 3 episodes, and now he's like, well, I think I'm going to write, I can write 8 to 10 more or 8 to 10 episodes total, and then I could put it on HBO or Netflix or something. So he's interested in doing it. He's not sure if DiCaprio would come back and do it, but he could recast and do it. But once again, this is Tarantino. Tarantino's always all over the place with this stuff, and then he laser focuses in on one thing and does it. Who knows? Because Inglourious Basterds was supposed to be a TV series first, and then he turned it into a movie.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so like his proclivity is there.
Okay, I mean, first of all, when Quentin Tarantino starts talking about loopholes, it's like somebody that uses Ashley Madison. They're like, well, she's married and I'm married, so we're married and we're cheating on like whatever. It's fine. Okay, like your loopholes, dude.
That's a crazy
just keep
loophole right
directing, right? Okay,
Right.
Second of all, you've got. Listen, I thought, and we were talking about it before the cameras rolling, I loved Godless, the Jeff Daniels Western.
Yeah, great
but
stuff.
I always am so either really into a Western or just off of it. I tried to watch Deadwood, and I know I've gotten hate on TV talking all that kind of stuff. I tried to watch Deadwood. I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes. I just couldn't get into it.
Okay.
And I get, you probably love Deadwood. Yeah, it's one of your favorite things ever.
It is.
Did you
Top
like
3.
the movie?
I love the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my thoughts, but it was good.
So I could never get into Deadwood, and I don't know what that says about me. Maybe it's because my dad like pounded Westerns into my brain as a kid. It was just like, you have to watch Westerns. We're going to watch, the Outlaw Josie Wells. And I, as a kid who was just like watching cartoons and watching, big action movies and loved Die Hard, the Western always just seemed kind of boring to me.
They're always slow. They take their time. So
Right.
yeah, certainly.
But Quentin Tarantino, because I didn't love Hateful Eight. I was not a huge fan
really?
of Hateful
Okay.
Eight. No. And I know that was like sort of Westerns, but I did love Django Unchained. I thought Django Unchained was great. Really enjoyed Inglourious Basterds, that kind of stuff. But if Quentin Tarantino was going to do a Western series, because Ballad of Buster Scruggs, a sort of Western,
it was okay.
semi-Western, which I really, really enjoyed actually, and I love the Coen brothers, so... Again, I think that Quentin Tarantino doing something like this really has to grab my attention. It's more of like, if it's just going to be like, here's a Western on Quentin Tarantino, that doesn't sell me.
Okay, well, this might sell you because there's more to this story. So when he was writing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rick Dalton, the character that Leonardo DiCaprio plays in the story, he plays he's well known for Bounty Law, which is a Western TV series that the character is a part of. So while Tarantino was doing this, he wrote episodes of that, of Bounty Law.
Yeah.
So he intends to direct them now. When they asked him what could you get Leonardo to be a part of this TV series? And he said, I can't imagine Leonardo is going to want to do it. Right. Maybe I'll cast somebody else. If he wants to do it, that would be great. I'm not planning on that, but I have an outline for about 3 other episodes. So I'll probably write about 3 other episodes and then just do it. Direct every episode. They're a half hour long. I wouldn't mind doing it for Netflix, but I'd want to shoot it on film. Showtime, HBO, Netflix, FX. But I also like the fact that I built up this mythology for Bounty Law and Jake Cahill. Jake Cahill being the character that Rick Dalton is playing in the movie.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So we're taking a kind of a meta idea here that
it's a hat on a hat.
Hat on a hat, that it's in there. But he's calling out, and I'm wondering when he says Showtime, HBO, Netflix, FX, he's ringing the bell. Who wants to do this?
Right. Yeah.
This is Tarantino, and if this is a big hit here, I think that we could maybe see this happening. Like Netflix goes, okay, here's some money.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they've done it before.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix is throwing money at these filmmakers to get them over here because sometimes you can't make your big budget movie, so they're going to go over there to Netflix to do it, or your TV series.
30-minute Western.
That's a
spaghetti?
little
been
weird
done.
to me.
And it's been done for many years in the
Yeah.
40s and 50s. We're just not a Western.
course then he
That's what I'm
wants
saying.
to
We're
do it,
just
yeah.
we're just not a Westerns country much or
Right.
I don't know, TV viewing going public anymore, like that we would go into these things. Because Godless got good ratings.
Yeah, it got
but those
nominated for some stuff, too.
Exactly. And those are hour-long ones. So you do a half hour. And that's what he talks about in the interview, too. He says the challenge of cramming all this story into half-hour episodes and connecting them is an interesting challenge for him. So
Okay.
could he do it? Great. Would I want him to do it? Absolutely. Would it get done? I don't know.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it, to be honest with
Again,
you,
yeah.
because there's a part of me that would really like to see Tarantino do a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, okay.
I would love to see that.
Fucking Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't have the I know there are Trekkie fans out there that were like, no, you stay away. I can't have
Yeah,
that.
I'm that way.
I'm just
Are you?
fascinated by the idea of him doing it. So that's beside the point. But I want him to. I'm interested to see what his 10th movie might be. And
So is this the 9th movie? The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? It's the 9th.
The
movie.
9th,
Okay.
yeah.
And I don't know, like Quentin Tarantino. I know people like live and die by Quentin Tarantino, like they swear by him.
I swear by him.
Yeah, and I mean, I know a lot of people do, and I think a lot of his movies are brilliant. I think a lot of them are somewhat overrated at points, but him just kind of coming out and saying he wants to do a Western series doesn't like, oh yes, like that doesn't do it for me.
No,
but that's
that's you, and it doesn't really do it for me because I'm going to his comments. He's going to retire after the 10th film.
Right.
He doesn't really want to do it. Then he's talking and he's like, "Oh yeah, maybe I'll do Star Trek, maybe not." It's like I don't know what you're doing. It's like so the Western series is like. That seems like something he might do after he retires because he teased that. He teased maybe doing some television or plays or a book or whatever.
I'd love to see some real stylized comedy.
I wouldn't mind
Quentin
that.
Tarantino.
Interesting.
I wouldn't mind.
I don't know. I don't know.
Here's what I find this fascinating that he's doing all this now because usually between movies he stays pretty quiet.
Silent.
Yeah, and just kind of figures out and focuses on what he wants to work on. This is an interesting thing. Maybe he senses that like he feels he might be ending, and so he's going to try and do everything before he's locking this thing down. I don't know.
But
He's
also,
also
like-
doing press for Once Upon a Time,
Right,
and so
right.
he's getting all these questions, and he's just riffing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Oh no, that's exactly what I was going to say.
it's
Is like
right.
he's doing all this press stuff, all these red carpets, and like, so what are you going to do next? Like, tell us about this. So tell us about this, and then so what's on the board? Because everybody wants to know, and that's the red carpet interview.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's had ideas for hundreds of things, and he's telling everybody now.
Yeah.
And I love it.